Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Play fake here on first down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams.
Rodgers
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
15-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Good. We're on 3.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 23. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
33-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
4-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 24. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, take 26. Switch up. 51 to Mike. 51.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd and short.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
51. They're running it. Box it. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike, 51.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Packers 6, Bears nothing.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13. Bears nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
There's Foles. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. At the 48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it. Good play. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little? Go, because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Two times.
Now Foles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground?
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Foles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Foles on target there to Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Packers' 27-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And 5.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Back one. Here we go again.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 95 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And Parker, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
No gain on the play. seconds.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Credit Zadarius Smith able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. On 2nd and 15 now. Foles, his throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
26, 54. I got it. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Get 300, get 300.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
To Aaron Jones.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
88. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right, T, let's connect.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Scantling. 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Aaron Jones.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Check. Right.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the curl.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are pouring it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And my goodness, another interception.
Do this too.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Packers 47, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw again. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
11 on the play. 1st down, Bears.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Foles pass.
10 more there and another 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 35's the mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Hey, man, watch the booth. 35's the mic. It's our time. It's hey, Silver.
On 2nd and 10, Foles. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got it. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Eddie Jackson.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. We'll call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And 8.
58 right there. Hey, let's get in home. 58's the money. 58's the money.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Hey, take 26. 58 is the mic. 58. Get 300. Get 300.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Push him back. Push him back.
So it's all over. A Green Bay